Hello and welcome to the Growth Handbook series. My name is Jacob. I'm software engineer at Meta. Previously, I was at Microsoft. I built a few products during my career and I spent over 2 years at Facebook Marketplace Growth Team. In this video series, I'll share everything what I learned about growth. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button. This will give me a signal that this type of content is useful and I'll do more of it. Growth strategy number 10. Growth hacks. In addition to growth strategies, you can also try simpler and faster way to grow. Growth hacks. There's multiple growth hacks. Some sample are as simple as changing a content on your website. Make it shorter, show the direct value for the user, explain what user is getting by engaging with particular action. You can change the label on the call to action button or color of that button or font or anything, or maybe people will be more willing to click it. You can also add some unit, some text or some CTA to some impactful view that maybe will increase your conversion rate. You can also add insights. So for example, as I was talking about in the video about notifications, that you can set notification to your users about how they are doing. So for example, if you're an Amazon seller, maybe you can send notifications saying that, oh, the product that you listed got that many views and that many purchases. People love that. Another way, you can actually flip it. You can actually stop sending these notifications if you find out that they have very low CTR and CVR, and replace it with something else. And if notification is not efficient anymore, it's important to remove it. Strava is actually pretty good at this. Always they say like emails with stats how you're doing and how well are you doing in this month comparing to the last month. I always like to look at this and it always motivates me. Sometimes they can also send notifications saying like, hey, your friend went for a run this morning. You did your last run 2 days ago. Maybe time to go again. And then many times I find myself clicking on it and going and using the Strava. Another growth hack is improving performance. You might be very surprised how increasing performance can actually increase number of users using your product. Because improved performance means that people with very little patience will still use your product. Because many times people get frustrated, something is slow, they just close the tab or just stop using your app. And performance can be improved through very simple steps, such as just removing something from your app or some website. Maybe if you remove one call to the backend, this will improve performance by itself. So consider, do you have some unnecessary things you can remove? Or maybe you can optimize, maybe you can batch the calls to the API, and this will also improve performance. So performance is very, very wide and deep topic. I don't want to go into that, but keep in mind that improving performance can actually positively impact your product growth. And again, one of the most overlooked growth hacks is again just removing things. This will improve performance, but this will also remove like the clutter, because many times people build products and they just keep adding things, and they very rarely take a step back and look at all the things they added over time and audit like, is this actually helping? And many times removing some things can improve your conversion rate. Another growth hack could be pre-filling your form with defaults. So for example, like if someone makes a purchase and you ask for a zip code, you can probably pre-fill that if you have access to the location data from that user. And then if they don't have to enter that, you'll probably increase completion rate. Because I've seen that removing one input field improve conversion rate by 10%, or the completion rate of the form by 10%. Another growth hack that is very easy to do is that if in your app or on your website you're showing different items to sell, and let's say today you're showing 10, start showing 6 and see what's going to happen. Or maybe just showing 4 is better, because then there's less choice and people actually don't get overwhelmed, they actually buy it. But maybe more is better. So you can experiment with this, and what's more, you can actually keep changing it for every few months. Maybe you can even personalize it, because maybe some users will prefer more, some users will prefer less. Maybe, older people who have worse vision will prefer less but bigger items, or like more real estate per item. But younger people just prefer like 100 of small pictures of what you're selling. So then again, very simple trick. You can experiment a lot with that. But again, make sure like A/B test it ideally to see how the current status performs and how like your new number performs, and make sure to audit that over time, because people, there's also a thing called novelty effect, that if you introduce something new, you might see a spike for first few days, but later on it actually performs worse than the thing before. And you can find different growth hacks in Aladdin Happy's books, Top 101 Growth Hacks and Top 101 Growth Hacks number 2. This will give you around 200 different ideas. And now, call to action to you, come up with 10 growth hacks for your product and test top 3. To get ideas, check out Aladdin Happy's books, links in the description, and keep growth hacking. Ideally, you will do growth hacks on top of all the growth strategies that I discussed in the previous videos. If you made it that far, you probably found this video useful. If that's the case, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, please leave the comment. I will be very happy to answer. You can also subscribe to my channel to get notifications about new videos. If you want to learn more about growth, check out the links in the video description. You'll find there my recommended books about growth and link to my growth handbook.